Oh no, 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 no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm late for stream again. Welcome in, everyone. So I actually updated OBS. And look, Ant Chat is back. Ant Chat is back. We love to see it. And I also updated XR Animator, which is the tracking software I use. So hopefully it's better. To me, I tested it a little bit and it didn't really seem all that different. I don't really know what they changed. I didn't check on it. Maybe it's juicy though. Maybe we'll see something midway through stream. And welcome in, Bean, and thank you so much for the sub earlier. I know that you subbed before the stream because I heard the sound effect and it kind of scared me because I was over here minding my business, testing out XR Animator and Vinyan. Welcome in, Lemon. And then I hear a because it was like confetti. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. As you know, Mahatma Gandhi, as you know, walked barefoot most of the time, which produced an impressive set of calluses on his feet. He also ate very little, which made him rather frail, and with his odd diet, he suffered from bad breath. This made him a super calloused, fragile mystic hexed by halitosis. Wow. That's crazy. It's almost like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, it'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. You know, when I was younger, I really loved Mary Poppins. Now, I really don't see what the appeal was. But I really liked Mary Poppins. I don't know, maybe it was like a spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. The medicine go down. The medicine go down. Maybe it was the music, because I also like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. And out of all the words I can say, that's one of them. If you say it loud enough, it'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. And you remember that joke? That's the first time I heard that joke. Unless I forgot it. You grew up is all, yeah, probably. Okay, I'm scared. Are you guys? I mean, I guess not scared is the right word, but I guess I'm nervous. Because I normally love Mabi's story. But I don't know if G28 is doing it for me. But I guess we'll see. We'll see today. Don't you know that you will die today? Is this the way it ends now? See it flicker, see it fading. Power through it. That's literally what it's gonna be. So, let's get started. Let's get it started in here. And welcome in, Lucian. And meow, 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 meow. Lemon. Welcome in. So I guess we have to go back to Dunbarton, right? Like the destroyed Dunbarton. Whoa, this Coke is so cold. I love it. Oh my gosh. It's so lovely. Isn't it lovely? Ah, da 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 da. The only one cats ask for by name. I did not do this quest. Do we need to do this? Like repeatedly? Because I mean, I'll do it. It's just, I don't know if I'm going to do it all right now. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ah. I just wanted to take a sip. Take a bite, one taste and you'll be mine. Can promise you'll survive, just make it through the night. Take a bite. I'm afraid I can't really sing songs like that with the correct energy. You just need to see it. Let's see what we have to do for this. Can promise you'll survive, just make it through the night. Take a... I'm trying to see where the... what is this? It's Winds of Fate, right? Okay. Goria's survey team. Gathered one wilted Gorias plant. Oh no, my hair tie. It's sad that you can't come back from damage to damage Dumbarton once you finish the gen. I did think the music remix was nice. Yeah. And honestly, I wanted to use my Blanded book to come back here because I do use my Blanded book to go places that are normally not allowed. Like right now, I have an elf on the moon. So I can go to the moon whenever I want. And then I have a portal to the other world, so I can visit Duncan Dungold, I think is his name. Does it let you save imp here? It does not let... I don't know. I don't have a save imp, so I don't know for sure. But I did have the Blanded book, and they don't let you use the recall book. You didn't think to test? Rip. Well, you know what, Fowl? You know what we could do? What I could do... Wait, if I use the book, does it teleport you too? Why don't you go to my homestead? Are you online right now, Fowl? Because if you are there, then I should theoretically be able to go to my homestead, then use Rudo. Okay, go to my homestead. And then I should be able to use Rudo. Have a good stream, and you ate the cookie. Oh, wow, before it even spawned. Dang. You see, I just love cookies. You have the best cookies, Lucian. I never added you, I think. Oh, I see. Can you go to my house anyway? I know there's a way to do it. I just don't know how other people do it. Because my theory is that if I'm in Dunbarton, and then I take you here, like, you could go to my homestead. The theory. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm... So basically, what it is that if somebody is in my homestead, and I'm at the location that we need to be, that person can go on my homestead, we get on partner wagon, and then exit here, and then it should drag everybody to Dunbarton. Why is Bruto upset? He's like, ahem? Okay, hold on, let me... Evidently, bro is hungry. Don't worry, I'll feed you. My boy. Take a bite, one taste and you'll be mine. Can't promise you'll survive, just make it through the night. Take a, take a bite. My mind's sharp, but your canines. Boy, you sleep in the daytime. I need one more piece of bread and he should be okay. Honestly, I should just buy 2 pieces of bread and then let him hold one for next time. You scarfed another cookie. Did I? Thank you so much for the cookies. I appreciate it. I love them so much. I guess I got a whole tray over here. Maybe I should add a sound effect so that I know. I'm a sucker, make you suffer on the front page. I'm not get rougher like you're rougher. Oh, I send shivers down your spine. Boy, I'll eat you alive. One taste and you'll be mine. All right, here I have a cookie. Thank you so much for everyone who gave me one. I'm going to eat one together with you. Delicious. Crunch. Yeah, literally. I'm a little bit... I'm still a little bit concerned about this. I don't like quests like this. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I just don't like it when they make you do stuff like this. I don't think homesteads are searchable. I see. They haven't finished the gen. Okay. You carefully pull out the stem and one of the plants of growing in Goria. Actually, we read this last time, so I'm just gonna speed through it. One piece of Goria's stone rubble. It's actually not leading me there. It's leading me here. And then talk to dispatched royal scholar. And hello, Abby. I'm doing amazing. I'm just hoping that the story kicks up today. I'm a little bit nervous. So far, the biggest disappointment is probably the villain. Because, one, I love villains. And then, two, I know nothing about this villain. In previous generations, we at least knew who the antagonist was and why they acted the way that they did. But that's not true here, and we have to do this again. It's frying me, because why do I have to go back in and do it again? Enjoying stream so far. I appreciate it. They are sneaking around menacingly is all I got from the gen. Yeah, that's literally all that's happening, and it's kind of boring, don't you think? Maybe I don't like villains where you don't know anything about them. Like, isn't that what made Disney villains, like, fun? They spend all this time saying, like, oh, this is who I am. Like, I got friends on the other side. Like, you know that he has, like, dark magic. You learn from him. You learn that he's a prince, but on his mother's side. And so you learn about who he is and what his deal is. And you know, like, he's a manipulative person. So you learn about these things through the music. That's what makes a villain interesting, in my opinion. But now all they do is, like, giggle for a bit. They're just mean. Even Cryanaya has more of a reason. Like, Cryanaya, I don't think we even know that much about Cryanaya from AFK Journey. But we know that she doesn't even view people as, like, people, really. She's, like, the Hypogean. And Lois from Metaphor is a good villain that you don't interact with too often until the plot demands they know way more about them. And yeah, I'm sure, like, you can even be secretive, but the fact that they take up so much time and yet there is nothing, I don't understand them. It's like they're just on the screen, but I don't know anything about them. Like, Red X had more of a... Like, Red X was a great way to do a character that you don't really understand and still making it look cool, because Red X wasn't just sitting there on your screen for, like, 50% of the time. From Teen Titans, by the way. Until he's unmaxed and you're like, whoa, that was good. Lewis, not Lois, from Family Guy Metaphor. Oh, I see. Is it not? You see, yeah. Complete Dumbarton relief effort. Do we have to finish it? Ugh. I guess that's what it was saying, but I don't want to do that. Deliver this. Huh? I was expecting maybe some food to get us through the worst of it, but here's a full set of tools and lots of raw minerals too. If all the kingdom has to provide was food, bandages, and potions, well, I'd be grateful for it. But things would look pretty hopeless. But this, I can do something with this. I can make tools, weapons, whatever people need. It'll just take some time to get things up and running again. Even if Dunbarton's a smoldering heap of wood and stone, life keeps going. Anyway, thanks for delivery. I'll put all this stuff to good use. I hope they let me continue, even without doing this daily thing. Excellent. Next we need a sample. Not this again. It's frying me. But okay, it's fine. It's fine. Dunbarton. Dunbarton? Is that really how you say it? Can you do the side quest 7 times-ish? That's what it's looking like. Oops. You know what? I skipped that dialogue, so I'll just skip it again. I skipped through all of that dialogue. That's almost what you said. Oh, shoot, shoot. Is it really pronounced like that? I like Dunbarton way more. So if that's how you really say it, Dunbarton. That's what I've been saying. Dunbarton. Dunbarton? Cycling through debris, you found a time-worn 4-leaf clover brooch. Though made in an older style, you can tell it's been well taken care of. Oh, like Bort. Like Pinky and the Brain type thing. Even with all its care and gentle handling, it seems like it's fragile enough to break if treated roughly. Marveling that it survived being buried under a pile of debris, you carefully cup it in your hands as you return it to this guy, the bank keeper. You hand the brooch you found near the bank to this guy. Did you really? He pauses for a moment, unable to speak, as he turns the brooch over in his hands. I'd pretty much given up on any hope of seeing this again. I actually had it in my hand as I was evaluating during the initial attack, but when I finally had a chance to stop and catch my breath, it was gone. Couldn't find it anywhere. He rubs his thumbs over the worn surface of the brooch, as if tracing the memories it holds. Many years ago, when I was still a young man, there was someone I cared deeply for. This brooch was a gift from her. I still remember when she gave it to me, saying that she hoped good fortune would follow me wherever I went. Ultimately, nothing happened between us. She moved on, while I stayed here. That's devastating, man. Why do you have to hit me with that lore? Still, whenever I look at this brooch, it reminds me of the warmest, happiest time in my life. Give this guy a happy ending. You flubbed up saying Dunbarton, and it sounds like you were going to say Dunbarton. I see. It was on purpose. Just kidding. I will only say... Oh. I will say if this is the only time we're going to see the Lord of Dunbarton, I will be disappointed. Yeah, he came out of nowhere. He was random. He vanished after this gen. He appeared for this gen and vanished after the gen. Still, whenever I look at this brooch, it reminds me of the warmest, happiest time in my life. Thank you. With this back in my hands, it's like a weight that had been pressing down on my heart has been lifted. I don't really have anything I can repay you with right now, so I hope you'll accept my sincerest gratitude. I hope your path will be blessed with greater fortune than even my old 4-leaf clover here could bestow. He carefully tucks the brooch into his pocket, offering his thanks for your altruistic act. Isn't altruism more like a self-sacrifice thing? Me just looking for something that had been lost is not really altruism, right? Because I didn't really give up anything except for like half a minute of my time. I can chase the clouds far into the sky, hear the forest sounds as time passes by. If this is a dream, please don't wake me up. I just wanna rest in this lovely place with this nostalgic song in our hearts. There is a magic that cannot depart when it comes to love. A waving melody flows through the air from the flute playing in town square. The beautiful melody Alright, relief. A man experienced in the healing arts. I'm sure he'll be where all the residents have gathered. Ever since the incident, I've been seeing him treating people there. At any rate, please go see if these supplies are delivered. Menace! Menace! Altruism is an unselfish concern for or devotion to the welfare of others, acting to help someone else at personal cost or risk, without expecting a reward. The term was coined by a French philosopher, Auguste, from Italian ultri, other people. You see, that's why I don't feel like the word altruism is right. He didn't even come out to look at the moonstones that hit the town. Literally, it is. You didn't keep the item when it was found, though. I see. To me, that's still not. I don't know if I would count it as altruism, though. I mean, if that's what it is, then that's cool. But for me, it's just returning up. Like, you don't have the right to take it. If you took it, you would be a thief. So it's not altruism. It's just bare minimum. You know what I mean? Like, that's bare minimum. Now, sure, you could say that sacrificing your time looking for it, maybe that's a little something. You know what I mean? I just feel like altruism is like a higher thing. Like, I don't know. Like, for example, in Madoka Magica, the ending where Madoka chooses to, like, you know, her wish was more and would cost more, basically, for anyone who hasn't seen it. So her wish was pretty severe. And it was at her own cost. So that is altruism. You also didn't seek reward for the item. True. I know that smell anywhere. Fresh herbs. And look, they didn't skimp on the quality or quantity. This should be enough for me to keep performing treatments and distilling medicine for quite a while. That's being a martyr. Well, true. But isn't martyr? Okay, so both of you are saying it's martyr. I thought martyr was like a religious term. But is it not a religious term for someone who sacrifices, like, for God? I have to look this up. A person who is killed or made suffer because of religious or other beliefs. Or other beliefs, then why? If it's both, then why did you say religious or other? A martyr is a person who suffers greatly or gives up their life for a religious, political principle, or important cause. Okay. The word comes from the Old Greek term witness. Ooh. I like that. Witness. I mean, it is in the Bible, right? That's why I thought about it as... because that's like a big deal. Like martyrs who sacrifice their lives for their faith. Like, that's huge. Like, I won't get in too much into my opinion, but I do have opinions. So, then what if you aren't sacrificing your life? Well, still, I would consider, well, hold on. So I guess if it comes to the point of death, then it becomes martyrdom, right? If you're not dying, for example, if I lost an arm, for example, like if I don't know, if I took a bullet for somebody and then I had to, you know, like that, maybe that would be altruism. The origin of words mean a lot to its meaning. I see. The terms evolve over time. Certain words gain new attributes. Taking a bullet might be considered suffering greatly. So would that count as a martyr? That's crazy. Because to me, martyr. So I guess I'm wrong, but to me, a martyr is someone who flat out dies. Like you died because of your belief. Which I previously thought was just religious. But now I'm learning it could be for other reasons. You see, I learn. I love it when you guys teach me because that's how you get smarter, you know, by listening. Basically dying or sacrificing yourself to save someone. You don't have to die explicitly. Interesting. I've been a healer for many years. I know all about treating harm to the body, but in the aftermath of what happened, I find myself more worried about the wounds I can't see. The harm that people have suffered to their spirits, then send them to the church. That's not your job. Your job is the physical body. There's no anesthetic for an anguished heart, unfortunately. It reminds me of the song, "'Cause a brave doctor needs no anesthetic. 90 days delinquent gets you repo treatment. I'm the masked horror under your street corner. Make your daddy mourn you. I'm the night surgeon." The difference is a martyr for a cause, while altruism is for others. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That makes sense to me now. So altruism is more for like other people. So if I like, for example, jumped in front of a car, well, okay, push somebody out of the way of a car, then that would be considered like altruism. But maybe if I don't know, like if I dodge, like if I took a bullet for, like somebody really important. That could be both. I see. It's the other way around. Okay. Oh. There's no anesthetic for an anguished heart, unfortunately. Still, with these herbs, I can at least make medicines that can soothe them, and perhaps some to aid in relaxation. Incense. I read that wrong. I'm pretty sure it was incense. I already clicked the next page, so I can't actually reread it, but I'm pretty sure it said incense. That word is so hard for me. Written, it looks like increase, but then in pronunciation, it sounds like a crime. Just think of altruism as charity. Okay. Martyrs normally take harm in the process. Okay. I see. Okay, altruism is like charity. Thanks. Even with the destruction around us, there's a lot I can do with a portion. What? Hold on. There's a lot I can do with a potion concentration kit and an ample supply of herbs. I'll never forget the video where there was like a woman who was basically saying, "You're dumb for saying the H in herbs, it's herbs." And I watched the video and I was like, what? But now I understand that it's a regional difference. So my way of saying it and her way of saying it are correct. It's just regional. Oops, I accidentally went over here. But I needed to go here, so it's fine. "11 herbs and spices. That's Kentucky Fried Chicken, right? KFC? I was just talking about KFC. Because I had a friend who came from abroad. And we were talking. And we were talking about, like, the origins of food. Because I was saying, like, oh, there's, like, a place and it serves, like, tempura. And because they said they wanted Portuguese food. And I was like, oh, tempura. And and they were like, that's not Portuguese, that's Japanese. And I'm like, no, it's Portuguese. And then we were like debating about it, and then we looked it up, and then my Google search said it was Portuguese, and their Google search said it was Japanese. And I was confused. I was like, we both looked it up, and it's not like we were doing digging to find out which link was right. It was like just the first link that we saw. My link said one thing and their link said another thing. And we were like, what? So later we looked at the wiki article and it appears to be a fusion dish. And I think it was like Portuguese settlers came up with it and then Japanese people ran with it. That's what I got. I could be wrong. If you are Japanese or Portuguese, let me know. Educate me. Everyone's been through the ringer. You can see it plainly. They're completely exhausted. Google has a contract to pull information from Reddit for their AI bots. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I like using every keyword I have when an NPC becomes permanent after a quest or gen. Some of the responses are so funny. Right. Which isn't exactly a place that has facts that are true. Exactly. Especially like Reddit. Like, so there are true things, but then sometimes things are said sarcastically. Or sometimes there's like questions and people are like debating about it. Yeah, I try not to get on Reddit too much, but because I don't know, because some people are rough. If anything, I like lurking and then seeing, and welcome in, Michael. I like seeing, so I used to be on there fairly often because of Twisted Wonderland, because I was like a pioneer and I was on the Japanese server, so it was a very different community. But then when it got over to the West, like the West in general, but I think it was largely North America, so like Canada and the US, and the community changed entirely. Like, it became completely EN only, and the vibes are different. I couldn't post my roles, I couldn't post anything. It was so hard. Like, genuine facts will get deleted if moderators umbrage to say yeah, right. Sometimes they can be like harsh, and then like I see it a lot with like art forms as well. Sometimes the moderators will just delete the post and call the art AI, and then like, oh, I deleted it because it's AI. And I just feel like sometimes the moderators get like too strict with it for no reason. A certain river in tier has a keyword that has an interesting response. You should check after you finish the gen. Fair, thank you. I can ignore it. Okay. At the time so filled with hardship, I can only imagine how empowering it would feel to regain something you cherish. With that in mind, I'd like a favor to ask you. Stuart has been asking around to find a red notebook he misplaced in all the chaos. He said he hasn't gone far from the school grounds, so if you happen to find such a notebook around here, it'd be grateful if you returned it to him. He said there's a warning message written in the notebook. Whatever he meant by that, could you check around the school and see if you find anything? Let's see. Oops. Not me crashing my star. I feel like Kirby when I'm on here. There. Half buried beneath the rubble and covered with dust, you see a corner of a red notebook poking out as though to flag you down. Pulling it free, you can't help but think it's a rather ominous look as far as books go. Opening it to the first page, you're confronted by an authoritative script warning the bearer against reading further. This seems like something you should just close, dust off, and return to Stuart without prying too much. Loki, I mean, if anybody can handle some threat, it's the Malaysian, right? What is this? Honestly, I feel like I should read it. Because unless it's like a diary or something, I'm not going to read a diary. But if it's like some ominous thing, then I should read it because I'm the hero who's going to save the world. You hand the red notebook you found. Yeah, I'm spraying him with water. Did you see your plot twist? Genuine, what plot twist? What plot twist? Oh dear, is that what I think it is? The notebook isn't something meant to be seen by others, or to be more precise, what's written in it must not be read under any circumstances. Then why did you write it? Why don't you burn it if it's so bad? The mysterious figure is you. Imagine? What? That would be crazy, actually. Well, it depends how they do it. Because why would I just be evil? You know? But if it was me and it's done well, okay, I'll take it. Like some alternate timeline of me. That'd be cool. He gingerly accepts the notebook from you, blowing a layer of fine ash off its cover. This book is where I wrote down my terrible memories and fears of what I once experienced. What? What do you mean? Stuart! Stuart, bro! I'll protect you, don't worry. It's all in the past now, but try as I might, I couldn't shake them off or leave them behind. Eventually, I figured that at least by writing them down, I could shut them away somewhere. That's heartbreaking. What's going on? Stuart? Did we have like a story with Stuart? I completely forgot if we did. When the explosion half-leveled Dunbar, I can't get over the fact that I'm spraying him with water. This notebook was the first thing I thought of. Even as I sought shelter, I worried that if anyone were to find it and read it, their idle curiosity could usher in another such tragedy. What do you mean? What could you have possibly written? Like, if you're writing about, like, childhood without saying what it is, but, like, if you're writing about a traumatic childhood event, someone reading it wouldn't cause them to have a traumatic event. They would feel bad for you, for sure, but, like, I'm just curious about what he wrote down. Did he, like, I don't know, like, did he write down some, like, demon summoning paper? Because I'm trying to think of what experience could transfer from one individual to another. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really know. It'd be the only justifiable way to just inject them into the story at the end. I see. It could be. When the explosion... Oh, okay. Thank you. If you hadn't found this for me, I don't know if I ever would have been able to shake off the anxiety that's been plaguing me ever since I lost it. Or like some Jumanji type thing. You know how, like, once you open the game, you have to play it? And then you have to be, like, basically, like, dismissed. Like, somebody has to win. So maybe it's something like that. I kind of wish you played Final Fantasy XIV. I don't want to spoil anything. I see. I might play some more. I was thinking about it the other day, but I don't know. It would definitely be for the story, because the story is what I care about. I always teach that knowledge is a source of strength, yet it's also true that it can be a source of pain as well. Now, at least I'll be able to get a decent night's sleep. That's true. I don't know what... Well, my spoilers are literally at endgame. Oh, I don't have endgame, but I would play probably up until the free trial. Stuart looks towards you, expressing his gratitude with the reassurance... Hold on, I need to breathe for a second. I feel like a hiccup. Stuart looks towards you, expressing his gratitude with the reassuring voice you've come to expect from Dunbarton's studious instructor of magic craft. Stuart's cool. I like Stuart. I like, what's his name? In Tyrconnell. Tyrconnell General Shop. Malcolm, Stuart. I like a lot of people in general. I like the bookstore. I can't say her name. I think, is it Aria? Lord of Dumbarton came out of nowhere. Austin's cool too. I like him. Trying to think who else is here. Excellent. Next, we need a sample of local flora, fauna. Okay. Okay. Like, you cannot tell me... What's Declan doing over here? But you can't tell me that this is necessary. Like, why are we doing this? Oh, I keep going up here, but it's really over here. I don't need to go up this. Old habits die hard, I guess. I just want to go further than I am, actually. Can you just go through the story again and go to the story locked areas? They make you do this first. And then you can continue from the story from there. I wish they did it like they did in Belfast. I was 24 years old when I met the woman I would call my own. 22 grandkids now growing old in the house that your brother bought ya. Crystal will likely be at the place where all the other residents are gathering. I've seen her there before, offering prayers to Limerick. At this rate, please go see to it that the supplies are delivered, except the relief supplies. I love Crystal. Crystal is one of my favorite characters. Except for, like, oh, Sephra. Like, when I was younger, Crystal was, you know, like, probably my favorite in the olden days. You know what I mean? Oops. I just went over here to visit Crystal, but she's not here. She's where all the other residents are gathered. Offering the power of Limerick. There you are. You've gone to such great lengths for my sake. The fact that even with the heart of the kingdom so far to the west, the Queen hasn't forgotten Dunbarton is a source of great comfort to the people here. The fact that these supplies were able to reach us safely is thanks in no small part to your tireless efforts. This shipment of food, medicine, and warm clothes, all of it will give someone the strength to endure these present hardships. Many times Limerick answers our prayers through the workings of human hands. Today, those hands were yours, together with the kingdom of Eilech. I'll offer a prayer of thanksgiving for the grace we've received, and I'm sure many others in Dunbarton will do the same. I wonder if G1 will hit any different now that Crystal is, like, one of us. Like, we see it more now, so I wonder if it would hit different. Cross symbol. I don't know what I'm doing here. Why is it? This is actually the first time I've seen this here. Oh, no, it's not. Never mind. I just came up here by accident. Can you go through the story again to get to story locked areas? You know how, like, well, when I played G1, it was ages ago. So I don't know if I had, like, the knowledge. So I know generally what happens with Crystal. Spoiler alerts for anyone who doesn't know. Crystal was a succubus. So she was walking around Albie, or I don't know where she was. But basically, her view of love is being dominated, basically. And so whenever, like, a person would, like, an adventurer would go to her dungeon, she's a succubus, right? So then she had, like, this warped view of love. But one day, Tarlock came and was like, no, that's not love. And then she was like, hang on. What? And then eventually she gives up her life as a succubus and straight up becomes human and then starts living in Dunbarton. And then now I'm wondering, now that I'm older, will that story have any more weight when I see it played out again? Because, like, there's definitely a topic there. You know what I mean? And I'm not sure if as a kid I grasped it as much as I need to. And then back in the day, I kind of just like float more. You know what I mean? Like, I just take it. Like, I didn't really critically think about anything that was happening. Okay, evidently I went through the wrong thing. Oh, I need to grab the ore again? There. Okay, and then now get my... I am very emotionally attached. Pickaxe. To be fair, when I watch something or, like, when I read something, I do get pretty attached. Because I like to envision them and their stories relatively, you know, like, apply some parts to real life. You know what I mean? Like, obviously not that much. Oops. I'm just gonna grab more of them. I still consume stuff at a surface level. I think Mabi is one of... Well, I still do consume things at a surface level sometimes. Because some things are truly not that deep. But I like to see, in general, what the message what the artist was trying to say. And I feel like with the story of Crystal and Tarlock, while I appreciated it as a child, I'm sure it would hold more weight now. Because it's already a very, like, adult topic. Why do they need so many of these wizard plants? Aha! I was about to go over there. But I remembered it was right here. Oh, they didn't knock me off my thing. My star. I feel like normally they dismount you sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. Oh, I think this is enough. The amount of samples you've brought back from Gorias so far should be sufficient for the time being. At present, we plan to combine our expertise in different fields to conduct a battery of in-depth tests on these materials. Yay! Hehe. The composition of these samples is truly fascinating. The more I examine them, the more they tease me with the secrets they hide. LOL, you're kind of making me giggle, eccentric scholar. A long-term study on one of the fabled cities of the gods? I doubt any of my peers would dare to commit such an ambitious research project. Ah, I'm really grateful for all you've done to aid in the relief efforts for people of Dunbarton. Even had I pulled a string of all-nighters, I never would have been able to do it alone. You know what's interesting? Because you know how that guy, they had an animation that was like writing stuff in the sky? I'll let it go for Mabi, because Mabi is taking place in Aaron. But I, personally, what do you guys think? Do you like it when there's... Assume you're playing some sort of foreign media. So in Mabi's case, it would be like Korean, for example. Or like in anime, I see this a lot in anime. And there's like Japanese flyers and stuff on the wall. Do you prefer it if the show or the media has foreign text? Like, for example, if there was a poster in Mabi, would you prefer it to have Korean text? Or would you prefer it to have some sort of fantasy language? I'll give Mabi a pass, though, because Aaron is a whole different place, so they can have a fantasy script. But I always thought it was weird, especially, like, even in, like, anime and stuff, how they would censor Japanese posters. For what? You know what I mean? Like, even as a kid, I thought that was weird. Like, why do you have to censor it? And then it happens even to this day sometimes, where they refuse to use any nation's, like, language. Unless it's the language of the place it's being aired. Fantasy languages peak. It depends on the context. I agree with that. For me, I love details. So I want to see these details. And then sometimes it really annoys me when there's fantasy text for no reason. Like in Love in Deep Space, there was a card that was released where his shirt literally just has like jarble. It's not, so the game is Chinese, so I would have expected Chinese on there, but it's not Chinese. And then it could have been English because they have a large English demographic. And then it wasn't English either. It was no language, and I wish they had chosen one. And it's okay if it's not mine. That's fine. But like, I had just wished that they had some sort of text there. For example, text messages in anime, character phones, and computer text, where the text is important to see what's going on, needs to be translated. Yeah, you're right there. But even then, I don't necessarily think so, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Because a lot of times, even with shows like Mirai Nikki, like Future Diary, I didn't care what was actually written on the phone, which I'm pretty sure was Japanese, I don't know. But I would have read the subtitles. Or it could be like crudely pasted on, you know what I mean? But That's just my personal opinion. I know other people will vary, and I'm sure somebody really appreciates fantasy language, and maybe some developers prefer fantasy language because it's easier than just translating it for every single language, right? So that's why I asked, what do you prefer? I'm grateful for all you've done to aid in the relief efforts for the people of Dumbarton. Even had I pulled the strings of all-nighters, I never would have been able to do it alone. You've done your part with gusto. Seeing that you've already accomplished, I really think you've got what it takes to be a wind linking past and future. Ooh, that's cute! I like that title. Is that going to be our title? Don't worry about things here. You can leave all the meticulous research to our team of scholars. If it's important for supporting the scene for it to be clearly understood, I understand. That's fair. That's fair. What about if it's not important? Do you prefer it to be a fantasy language, garbled up language, or the language of the developer / artist / whatever? Also check your previous post 3 when you get a chance. Let me see. Early 2000s children's media was overly sanitized. I agree. Like, even with the jelly-filled donut, that ridiculous. Why did you need to do that? It was clearly not a jelly-filled donut. Or even, like, I've talked about it before, but, like, there was a poaching yeah. For anyone who doesn't know, there was a poaching episode in Pokemon. But if you had watched the 4Kids version, they simply did not dub that. So, you would have seen the episode, you would have seen that Ash had a Pokeball with a bunch of Tauros. Like, literally, like a herd of, like, 50 Tauros. And he would use this every now and then. But previous to that, there had never been more than one Pokemon caught in a Pokeball. So it was so confusing for that to happen. They censored a lot of the Porygon episodes, so you straight up didn't know who Porygon was unless you had, like, seen it before. In, like, Digimon, they censored Ken whipping TK for some reason. They censored, well, I get why they censored it. I still prefer it if they didn't. They censored some romantic relationships in Cardcaptor Sakura. They changed Zoisite. For anyone who doesn't know, in the original in the original anime in Sailor Moon, Malachite and Zoisite are a couple. There is no denying that, okay? I know it really ruffles people's feathers, but they're definitely a romantic couple. And they're both men, okay? It was a huge debacle because in English, they made it so that Zoisite and so Zoisite was a female in the English version. In, I think, German, they're brothers. In French, they're brothers. I'm sorry. It was wild. Porygon episode caused seizures and was banned from broadcasting. 3 posts up. 3 posts up. I'm not fussed about a detail. Let's say Final Fantasy X, for instance. Everything happens in the story, has multiple revelations as you're going through it. But I only think that deep because I love the story and the characters. Oh yeah, that's valid. I try to think deeply if I can see that there's a message there. Like, if, for example, when I'm watching Pokemon, I don't really think of a message. I don't think it is designed to be that deep. Yeah, I don't really think it's that deep in, like, Pokemon, for example. But Mabi has proven to handle deeper topics. Winx Club had deeper topics. Sub Sandwich. Porygon's episode... Okay. If had flashing light patterns that sent several... Really? That's crazy. Sub Sandwich? Sub-Zero. Oh, and then Cardcaptor Sakura. There was some episodes that did not make sense. They censored some of the romantic relationships. In Dragon Ball Z... they removed some of, like, the fight scenes, and they removed a lot of, like, the blood and stuff, which sometimes made sense and then sometimes didn't. So there was a lot going on. Beep. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, in Digimon, they also censored a scene with a gun. Rewatching that was crazy. Because the guy just literally pulled out a gun. They're not letting me see it. I have to go on my computer to see it. One message was deleted. Why was it deleted? Okay. Let me go into mod view so I can see it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, I see it. Oh, it was... Okay, I see it. I'll just post it. I'll just post it because they can't get mad at me. Look what you found. Oh no, this is an ad. I hate ads. Stop playing the ad! Okay. Sandwich. Oh yeah. Oh yeah! I remember that scene. That was crazy. After thanking you for your contributions to science, the scholars can congregate around the samples you brought, already intently focused on what they might learn about Gorrias. Do I get a fancy title? The Winds Linking Past and Future. A special title granted to Malaysians who assisted the residents of Dunbarton in their hour of need, all while aiding the kingdom's scholars in surveying Talgoa, the City of Twilight. Ooh, the City of Twilight! That sounds beautiful. This surveyor. Okay. Ooh. Pokemon is expressingly children's media. It's supposed to be something you feel safe throwing your kid at and getting a break from your whiny kid, lol. That's the extra title. At least it doesn't take as long as Flood Relief Quest. Yeah, thankfully. The Flood Relief one was wild. It was so long. It took me months. But I like that you could just continue the story, even if you didn't finish it. But even though, like, what is unsafe about another nation's media? You know what I mean? Like, your kid is not any unsafe watching onigiri versus a jelly-filled donut. It's not any more unsafe seeing a rice ball roll down a hill over a sub sandwich. You know what I mean? Some things that I understand why it was censored, and some things I don't. Like, why are you censoring another nation's language? Like, that's weird. At most, just like translate under it. What if it's important, or you know what I mean? Like, why are you just covering it? Like, what? Why? I promise your child will be fine being exposed to other languages. What? Talk to the self-described handsome mercenary at the East Windfall Wind Camp. I'm not doing that. Where is it? Why isn't it showing me? Do I have to, like, switch channels, maybe? Because sometimes they don't give you the next quest unless you switch channels. Or maybe too complex of a concept at the time. Pretty sure it's LOL. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? That's why I don't get it. Like, just watch it. Just watch it. It's okay. Windfall. Let me switch. Because I don't like seeing normal chat. Okay, here we are. Talk to Aine in devastated Dumbarton. So it's changed more for understanding it's a food than censoring. Still, then instead of saying jelly-filled donut, why not just say rice ball? You don't have to say onigiri, and you don't have to introduce them to a whole new concept. But why not just say rice ball? It's a ball of rice. What is this? What on earth? However, Yu-Gi-Oh! With guns, having guns removed despite guns being right in LOL just made no sense. That's what I feel like. I can understand why some things are censored, but some things don't really add up. And then, like, for example, in One Piece, they censored a cigarette. I'm not joking. One character was smoking, and then they changed it to a flower. So the flower was smoking. I'm not sure if any of you have seen it. But this fried me because it's a show about pirates. And there's so much going on. And that's the thing you're choosing to censor? Why? Especially, like, when your parents might be smokers. You know what I mean? Like, it just feels like a really weird choice. Musica's entire family being murdered? That wasn't censored, but other things were. Yeah, like, why censor some things and not others? That's why instead of censoring, I always want more, like, information. You know what I mean? Have a proper rating system. Okay, so this is gonna be rated, I don't know, like 15 and up, because there is smoking, there is violence, there is cursing, rather than just, you know what I mean? Like, just age it appropriately. Put it in the right demographic. Instead of making, like, for example, instead of making an R18 movie, like, cutting, like, all of the scenes that make it R18 and then making the movie 10 and up. You know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't do that to a movie, right? That's how I feel anyway. This is why a lot of fansubbers used to put "this means" with subtitles to educate the audience. Exactly, and I loved that growing up. Like, instead of removing the joke altogether, just make a note so I can learn something, you know, like, oh, this word and this word are similar. You don't want to teach kids about pointing guns at people. Well, then don't put the show on for the kid. You know what I mean? And you can show something without endorsing it. You know what I mean? Like in the case of Digimon, where it's very clearly a children's show, and they pointed a gun at Ken. Can't you show that it's a bad thing to do? You know what I mean? Like, nobody was... If I had been a kid watching that scene with the gun with Ken freaked out. And he was like, oh my gosh, okay, I'm leaving. And that was the extent of the scene with a gun. And then he leaves and then tells his friends, he pointed a gun at me. But when it was censored, they removed that scene entirely and said, the guards called me a punk. But he was like freaking out. And so it didn't make sense. Wouldn't it have been better to show the gun so you could understand why Ken was freaking out? And then, you know what I mean? We have Nerf guns at that age. Right, like, you expect too much from the tiny. They're just a little guy. They're just a little guy. With the heat and the smoke, it's still awfully hard to breathe out here. I thought maybe they would have started rebuilding by now, but... If anything, it would make them understand that the character was in danger. Exactly. Like, you don't have to... It's not like endorsing the thing. You can show the thing without saying... You know what I mean? LOL, tiny USA. Texas is the size of Great Britain. With the heat and the smoke, it's still awfully hard to breathe out here. I thought maybe they would have started rebuilding by now, but no. I've got to keep reminding myself, this is going to be the long haul. I shouldn't be disappointed just because it didn't seem like what I expected. Cheer everyone up. Looking around, it seems like everyone's exhausted. Maybe we ought to take a minute to rest and prepare for whatever comes next. After all, we can't move forward if we're not even pointed in the right direction. Good idea. 그래요. We've been on a real whirlwind tour from the royal castle to Dunbarton to Gordias. I think we could all use a break. Take a break. I totally get where you're coming from, but there's still so much we need to do. Summarize the results of our initial foray into Gordias, write up a report. Besides, whenever you so much as mention Gordias around those scholars from Tara, their eyes light up. And before I know it, I started getting fired up too. I agree. But they were really trying to this so that they don't grow up with bad habits. My bad habits lead to late nights, standing alone, conversations. I get what you mean. But I think it's healthy to show all kinds of things. And then if you don't like something, don't air it. Or air it at a certain, like, level. You know what I mean? Like, don't show it on regular kids' TV. Put it on, like, Toonami. Or put it on, like, you know, like, certain, like, Adult Swim or something. You know what I mean? Like, Inuyasha, for example. I wouldn't show that to a kid. Personally. Aina is such a kid at heart. Fair. isn't out control. It was always about control, I guess so. That's my personal opinion anyway. You know, like, just give people knowledge. Give people the choice. Say like, oh, this has this heavy topic. Therefore, we suggest, you know, like, viewer discretion is advised. You know, that kind of thing. I tied my hair too tight, but I don't care. It's so hot. I need my hair out of my face. I know you've been working hard, too. Hopping all over the continent with us. Even with everything else you've probably got going on in your life, you're always here when we need you. Even the scholars seem to like working with you, and that's pretty impressive. Am I hard to work with or something? You earned that praise. But don't forget, we're all here for you. What's the point of having a team if you don't lean on him every now and then? We're all supposed to lighten the load for each other. Is that? I agree, Declan. Thank you. We're supposed to help each other. Must we mortals rely so heavily on the powers beyond us for all things? What's the purpose of you saying that, Dolga? What's the purpose? Is she trying to say that what is she trying to say there? Is she trying to say that because we're all mortal, right? Or is she saying that I'm not mortal because I'm Demi? So maybe she's like, why do we have to rely on you? Is that what she's saying? The lack of knowledge makes for more malleable minds, but like where the new generation has ended up with lack of censoring. But look where the yeah. Well, I don't know if that correlates with a new generation and lack of censorship. You should monitor your kids. I'm not saying that you should give your kids everything. Your kids should be monitored, but they should be monitored by their parents. You know what I mean? Because your parent is like the guardian, the person who's supposed to protect you. It's no one else's job to take care of a child. You know what I mean? Like the person who's, I mean, of course, like we should take care of kids too. Yeah, I'm not saying don't take care of kids. What I mean is, not everything has to be catered to children. There should be things for children, 100%. And then it's the parent's responsibility to determine what is right for their child. It's true. We depend on her a lot. That's why I want all of us at the Winfo Mercenary Corps to take on our share of the work of helping people. She's really been trying to spread the work out more so you don't have to shoulder so much. Have you felt any differences? She puts her question to you. Everyone turns towards you, seeming eager to hear how you answer. Thank them. Ponder whether it was helpful. Tell everyone you're counting on them. That's what I'm going to do. Responsible is always responsible. Hello! I saw you streaming earlier. How was it? Did you have fun? Oh, wow. You rated. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. My name is Rebecca. I'm a variety VTuber, V-singer, and voice actress. I just slapped the mic. Don't mind. I go live Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Starting at 1:30 PDT. But thank you so much. How was stream? What did you guys do? And thank you so much for the cookie. I think I already ate it by accident. Did I eat it? I did. Don't worry, I'll eat another one. When the sun shine, we shine together. Told you I'd be here forever. Said I'd always be your friend. Here it is. Isn't it so good? I want a cookie. Oh my gosh, I suddenly crave cookies. We did Bubbly Blue Blue DLC on Pokopia. Oh, that's so pretty. I love it. What? I don't know much, Dime. I don't know. I don't think I'm educated enough to speak on it. Woo! Yeah, Ditto was always closed with LOL. Sephra, content to watch quietly, finally speaks, seeming critical of the current mood. I feel bad. Sephra has been quietly at odds with a lot of us. Mainly Delga. But we took Delga's side, so he's been kind of like at odds with a little... I guess he feels a little bit left out. Is now really the time to stand around patting each other on the back? LOL time! Sephra? She's out here working herself to the bone, and we're like, wow, equally good work, everyone. Here's a cookie. We were eating cookies, Sephra. What's the problem? Oh my goodness. I don't think that's what anyone was saying, Sephra. Never mind, it was just a joke. Ha ha. Am I the only one who remembers jokes? Sephra, you can't do that. You can't do that. But I think we should all just let it go. Carries. Wow, teamwork. Kind of. Like, I wasn't gonna say too much, but too much cookies. They're out of the dark side. Yes, always. Well, I mean, I guess maybe I'm on the dark side. Welcome to the dark. Step into the dark. Step into the dark, 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 dark side. I'll never get over. So they released a music video for that song, and it fried me because it was so horrible, but it was so funny. Like, at literally some point in the video, for anyone who doesn't know, that's a Winx Club song. It was a Winx Club Magic is Back, so the reboot. And it was part of the season 2, and they were literally doing cat motions. Nowhere in the song does it talk about cats, but we're like, what? And the animation was rough. But supposedly they had this huge budget, supposedly. Sephra is my spirit animal. I like Sephra. I think he's a very real person, very realistic, and while he is kind, he doesn't baby people. And I do appreciate that. Sephra, are you alright? Let him go. Let it go. Let it go. Everybody walk it off. Don't keep asking. Sephra's not in the right headspace right now, Aine. And I think, honestly, I think I should be the only one to talk to him. Because this always fries me. Sometimes somebody will clearly make someone mad and then immediately try to, like, talk with them when they're clearly upset. And yes, it's true that you do want to resolve issues, but if you're the one causing the issue for, like, 5 weeks, for example, like a whole month, you're the one causing the issue, and then suddenly they snap, give them space first. You know what I mean? She never sees that. Sees the cookies? Yes, I never do, honestly. Do I still have it? Yes, I have it. Thank you. Thank you so much for the cookie. I need to add a sound effect so that I know it's there. So, like, Aine being like, are you alright? Clearly, he's not. Clearly, he's not. So, like, let's not. Like, it just feels like it's another breakout waiting to happen, right? Thank you, Dime. Thank you. He has trouble dealing with youngins, literally. Sephra, are you doing alright? Yeah, I hate that. She means well, so I'm not mad at her. It's just like the timing. It's the timing. Sounds like the lack of sleep talking. Declan, do not start. You really ought to get some rest. Do not start. Now you're telling him that he snapped because you're basically telling him his anger is not valid. And we've kind of been pushing Sephra off to the side for a while now, ever since Del got in here. Well, he did give candy to those kids in Titan. Mad. I would be mad too, especially after this comment. At least Aine, like, I know they mean well, and maybe they're right. Maybe he does need rest. But at the same time, you're basically saying, oh, somebody's big mad. Why not take a nap? No, I'm fine. Just maybe need more time to myself. Yeah, give him some space. Mad they went off for the lady, but to Sephra, they're like, yeah, he's right. Yeah, he's alright. Sephra. Maybe Delga and Sephra, because Delga was like the only one who was like, we shouldn't rely on her. So either me or Delga talk to Sephra, but Delga and Sephra have been at odds, so I should be the one to talk to him. But I could see how Sephra and Delga could have a better relationship because of this kind of thing, because they actually have similar ideas, even though they're not really on the same side. He's out of line, but he's right, literally. Have you ever seen that meme that's like, just because you're right doesn't mean you're correct, or just because you're correct doesn't mean you're right. If you kill someone, they die. Sephra leaves alone, his expression stern and sullen. You should follow him and hear what's on his mind. I don't... People should always be given space if they need the space. Sephra's past hasn't really been touched. He's just trust issues, clearly. I would too, to be fair. To be fair, even without hearing his backstory, Delga did betray them. So the fact that we let Delga back, I can understand why that alone would bother Sephra. Because he was like, basically, we took Delga's side when Sephra was like, no, I don't trust her. And we're like, ooh, sorry, majority vote. Basically, that's basically what we did. So I can see why Sephra would be upset. Oh, his music is nice. I like it. I don't think I've ever focused on it. It's like dun 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 dun. Sephra staring into the distance, eyes unfocused. Call his name. Say my name. Say my name. If you love me, let me heal. And he gets a lot of paperwork and go for jobs. Yeah, and then a lot of the times we just tell like Sephra, like we tell Sephra around to do things. And if you notice, Sephra was the one doing like a lot of the missions. Like with Vtuber, he was the one who was like the scout for Vtuber. He was also the one in Dunbarton helping people out at first. He's the one doing a lot of the paperwork. He does a lot, and I don't think we give him his flowers. Sephra staring into the distance, eyes unfocused, call his name. You walk over and say Sephra's name, but he doesn't respond at all, as if he hadn't even heard. Are you okay? I would not ever say, are you okay? Like, clearly he is not. Like, I don't know, it's just not in my vocabulary when someone's going through it. And then plus, are you okay is a yes or no question. So literally you have your own answer in seconds. If you want to say something to that effect, don't let it be a yes or no question. Let it be an open-ended thing so they can at least explain. Are you okay? No. Then you just wasted their time a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, evidently they're not. But if you say, how are you feeling? They can at least, if they really feel like talking, I don't think it's a good question either. But if you say, like, how are you feeling? They at least have, like, a chance to say something. He gets a lot of, he's treated like an intern. Yeah. He still doesn't respond. He seems to be staring at something intently, but you can't tell what. Stay with him. Honestly, for part of this, Delga is the Yoko in Lennon Chuck Berry show. What? I don't know what that means. Sephra doesn't turn to look at you, but after a little while, he starts to speak. Are we just staring at him? Because if it was me, I would just like hang off the railing. You know, like I would sit over here and then mind my own business. That's what I would do. I would let him know, like, I'm here. I'm here. You can talk to me if you want, but you can just ignore me if you want to. That's fine. Sephra, where's my coffee? And my pictures of Spider-Man. LOL. Oh my gosh, that's true. I was thinking about that the other day. Because one of my favorite rides, I believe in Disney, Marvel Superhero Island, is Spider-Man. I feel like Spider-Man is peak ride. You can't change my mind. Also with Pluto, but we're not even going to mention it, but Spider-Man is like my favorite hero ride. And so I was thinking about Spider-Man a lot. And I was talking to my sister about it the other day. Yoko's avant-garde yodel in that show prompted the live sound engineer to cut her microphone. That is rough. That is rough. Sephra, you're fired. Sephra, you're hired again. Sephra, we need you. Sephra, leave. Sephra doesn't turn to look at you, but after a while, he starts to speak. Hey, that person. You saw them, right? Who? There. Near the corner of the town square. There was someone there. I mean, no. I'm sure of it. I did not see anyone. Really? But I really, really thought... And you know what? Back to what Dime was saying a little while ago. Dime was saying that the villain could be us, right? And I was thinking there are times when it's good that the villain is you. And one of the examples is Infamous. For anyone who hasn't played Infamous, basically you're a person. I'm not going to get into it, but you have powers and you have lightning powers. And throughout the game, you can do good decisions or bad decisions. So it's like a karma game where your actions matter. And at the end of the game, you find out that the villain is you. But you if you make bad decisions. Am I a person? You are. You are. And welcome in. Amima. 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 Sounds like a song. Like a chant. What? I am the bad guy? Never! Me too. Honestly, whenever I play a game with choices, I always try to make the right choice. The only time I failed to get a good ending on my first try was a game called Lost Magic, and I still have trauma from that. I might destroy the world for a good reason. So what happened to me in Lost Magic is basically I played the entire game, and I made good choices every time. I was 100% good. But right at the I wouldn't say the end, I would say like close to the end, like 75% of the way, there was a time when our companion got kidnapped. And basically the villain, like the antagonist of the story, was like, oh, you have two choices. Save the world or save your companion. And I'm here like doing the math. Like, I was doing the math as like a kid on my little DS Lite. And I was here and I was like, it is better to save the world than one person. Because then you could save so many people. You can save like 100 people. Or like, well, like millions actually. You can save millions of people even if it hurts you to lose a friend. Right? And so I chose to save the world. The game did not like that. I was instantly, all of my good progress completely deleted with this one decision. And I immediately was launched into the bad guy route where the very next scene, I'm killing people for no reason. Why would I do that? It was crazy. It was horrible. It was horrible. I could not understand why all of my efforts up into that moment were completely changed radically to the evil side. I would never. And to me, it threw me off so much. Like, how are you gonna erase all of my good progress? Really? But I really, really thought. And Sephiroth's the most observant, because, like, he's cooking up, and he's seeing stuff I never saw. You are a time traveler, so one of you is. Right, we have been, like, back and forth in time in different dimensions, because we've been to, like, Tirnanog. They were wearing black, and they met my eyes and smiled, and... Sephiroth's hands are trembling. Yes, I mentioned that the other day. This symbol keeps appearing. What is that? But if you didn't see anyone, hey, do you think something's wrong with me? Like, have I been acting weird or anything? It'll be okay. You know it's over, but... Hey, hi, Brony. Welcome in. How are you? Means it's voiced. I'm doing amazing. I'm always lacking demonic ore when I'm working on masterwork. Nightbringer's weapons. Means it's voiced. No, this, like... Have you guys been seeing it? Because I feel like I mentioned this 3 times already. Because it happened once with Delga, twice with Sephiroth, and then, like, another moment. But there's, like, a little, like, icon that appears here for, like, a split second. You haven't seen it, Dime? You were here the whole time. But, like, it happens. Like, there's, like, a symbol that flashes on this screen. And I'm like, what is this? Like, what is this? Don't give me that. It's clearly not okay. I'm being weird, right? Just tell me. Because the thing is, I'm starting to feel normal. It's starting to feel normal. And that's what scares me. Sephiroth turns to stare hard at some collapsed buildings in the distance. The silence feels weighty. Sephiroth opens his mouth, takes a breath, like he's about to say something, but no sound comes out. The moment stretches on in silence. I feel like it happened here for Sephiroth. Here, like, when we chose Delga, back in the Windfall Mercenary Corps, that area, it also happened again. And then when Delga was, when we were in Tirkanel fighting the spiders or whatever, when we were in that area, in the graveyard, it also happened there with Delga. Something is happening. And I remember mentioning it the first time this happened. Do you think everyone feels like they're living trapped by their own memories? Lishna probably does. No matter how far you try to run from them, when you stop and look back over your shoulder, they're still there. I really want to wear his cloak. I don't know, it feels very simple. Aina is not the only one who never knew her parents, but I never had a convenient aunt to take care of me either. I had to steal if I wanted to eat. Okay, Aladdin. If I got caught, I'd get beaten. Oh my... No! If I let my guard down around anyone, I wouldn't have made it. Better to leave than to be left. That's just how it is. The limerick people? But then someone reached out a hand to me, the Temple Knights. They talked about justice and faith, but they taught me how to use people. What do you mean? Safra! I just followed orders, killed whoever they told me to kill, spread whatever lies they told me to spread. That's crazy. No one ever asked me what I believed in. Then, as soon as it wasn't convenient, they turned me out and pretended I never existed. Safra! Maybe that's why I worry about the same thing happening to you. To me? What did I do? You step forward to help others without a second thought. You're always willing to sacrifice so others don't have to. I'm afraid that one day they'll come and they no longer feel like they have a use for you, and they'll cast you away just like I was. It would be better for me if they did. Honestly, they should just cast me away. After everything you've been through, can you really tell me you still believe in people? Yeah, I do. There's plenty of good characters. A lot of characters are downright bad. And some characters started bad, but they get better. Like Queen Erwin. She started very horribly to us. She treated us very poorly. Just like some random, like a plague, like some, like, vermin who was in her face. And then through the generations, she started to be kind to us. Especially when it gets to, like, Apocalypse. She started treating us much better. Because she grew as a person. And many characters are like that. Some characters are still just downright bad and they just don't like you. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of the elves are pretty stationary. But, like, some characters start liking you and forever like you. Like Pyrrha and Altem. Irwin is a tsundere. But doesn't tsundere mean that they're cold to their crush? She was cold to us before she even knew us. But now she's a lot kinder. Like, she could be a tsundere, but I don't think she liked us before. You know what I mean? After Macbeth, she has the options to heal you. Definitely, but she didn't start out, like, she definitely treated us poorly, as many people did. Because, like, there was just several generations where we were treated just badly because we were Malaysian. Like, I'm pretty sure Rory, I could be wrong, but I think we actually traveled with all of them. I think they all liked us to a degree. Iria. I think a lot in Alchemist, a lot, actually. But in the beginning, the Malaysians, all Malaysians, were treated poorly. But then as we did more, they started treating us, the Malaysian, well. And if you ask her to heal you, she get mad at you if you have full HP for making her worried. That's cute. And shows actual concern when you're missing HP and complains about you not healing yourself. That's sweet. To be fair, I don't know that much about Erwin. I just know how she treated us before. And her starting was not the same as it is now. Now, she's a lot more kind and more friendly to us. You can also see that kind of behavior in Apocalypse, especially. Because they treated Tanny poorly as well. Oh, she definitely gets more concerned as the gen progresses. Exactly. I don't think being a cold person isn't bad. Like, for example, I like Sephra, and he's a relatively cold person. Declan is a very, like, warm person, you know? So being cold, that's fine. But at the beginning of the games, especially, like, in Iria time, they did not treat us nicely. They would be like, oh, you're Malaysian, you're, like, bad. They didn't get us, and they constantly fought with us. I don't know if you remember, but, like, in early generations, they were not treating us nicely. And then there are some characters who liked us despite all of that. Like Piran, Altum, like Merlin, like the Druid, Birched. And some characters still don't like us, like Castenia. But I think that's because we're not an elf, you know. Why are you looking at me like that, Safa? Do me a favor and forget everything I just said, okay? Everything's fine. And I'm just having an off day, I guess. Everyone has those, right? Are you really okay? I would not say, are you really okay to that? I would say, like... I like to think that Tanny is a character account that someone lost their password to and never came back to the game. Her comments about the owls no longer showing up is so devastating because the owls bring the quests. Right. Honestly, that's true. Isn't that literally her story? Because she's wearing clothes from 2011. She's like one of those, like she's wearing literally the newbie wear, I think for giants? I don't even know, but she's wearing newbie clothes in 2011. So she is a Malaysian. They said that in game, and Malaysians are player characters. The people from the stars. You don't need to worry about me. Worry about yourself. When something happens, everyone looks to you for support. If you break, there goes our front line. So, what was I saying? Right. Yeah. Are you okay? Sephra, you're worrying me. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. Look, I told you. I'm fine. Just trust me. Am I not pulling my weight or something? Bro, it's not about that. Let's go back to work. If we keep taking breaks, Aina is gonna yell at us. No, she isn't. 괜찮아? Ding 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 ding. 괜찮아. You guys were right. We've been working too hard. I just caught up in everything. Sephra is worried about you breaking. You should ask him to fetch you a black mongoose whitetail for you. LOL. Maybe we should take some time to rest. Malaysianim, Ainanim. There you are, divine beast, right outside the gates. Come quick. They're moving towards the town. Please hurry. What? More divine beasts? What now? There's been no sign of them. What's the point of all this yapping? Just go. Just go. The timing is really something. I guess we're not supposed to take a break. Don't say that. We can discuss it later. Now, Dumbarton is in danger. Yeah, let's go. Are you ready? I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Ready as I'll ever be. We can't afford to hesitate. Hurry. You run towards the divine beast. The mercenaries at your side. I am now having... I think I'm wearing my commerce outfit. My Porsche outfit is fine. I mean, it's fine. It's not ideal, but it's fine. What are... Where did all these divine beasts come from? Whatever we do, we have to stop them from swarming. I'm going to try and flank them. Be careful. Did you get this off of Steam? No, I actually have the Mabi launcher. It is on Steam if you want to download Mabi on Steam. Mabinogi, Mabinogi. It is on Steam, so you can play it there. But I play on the Mabi launcher, the Nexon launcher, from the Mabi website. Did you get this MMO off Steam? I mean, it is on Steam. Steam not ran as admin. Hold on, hold on. Are these little birds divine beasts? They're cute. Steam not ran as admin gets big angry when you try to launch Mabi and don't UAC fast enough, lol. I think I only played Mabi for like a month or something on Steam, so I could, not even a month. It was like some hours so that I can buy the like the accessories. You know what I mean? Like the Steam like profile stuff. The divine beasts have broken through the defensive line. They're heading straight to, I guess that says Gorias, for a town square. I don't like it when the words... I don't like it when the screen fades to black and removes the text, and then I have to wait for the text to reappear again. Yeah, if I don't get the admin prompt fast enough, Mabi doesn't boot. That's crazy. I didn't know that was a thing. I just prefer to run on the launcher. I don't know why. I just like it more. And I had them at standpoint, sword point. I'm getting old. What do I do? What if there's another explosion? What am I saying? They've overrun Dunbarton. What do we do? Honestly, do what you should have done ages ago and evacuate. I don't remember my login. Really? We can't stop now. We have to close them down. No rest for the weary, eh? It seems dangerous to let the divine beast come in contact with the city of the gods. Talk to Declan in devastated Dunbarton. Okay. I didn't expect we'd have to deal with another situation like this, especially so soon. I don't know what those things are planning to do in there, but it can't be anything good. This is no time to overthink things. We have to chase them down. I don't want to see what happened in Dunbarton happen anywhere else. We have no idea what would happen if they exploded in a place like Gorias. It's strange. The divine beasts acted as though they had some sense of purpose. We need to find out what they intend to do in Gorias. The situation's not looking good. We need to hurry. Are you ready to head in? I'm ready. 좋아. Alright, let's see this fight all the way through. No matter what else happens, we can't let them escape this time. You charge through the gate of Gorias in pursuit of the divine beasts. Sugar cookies! Ooh. I wonder what they're doing here. You know what I mean? They're headed straight for the gate that leads further in. Are they trying to destroy Gorias? It's already destroyed. Unless they're trying to get rid of Fonse and whatever the golem's name was right now. You know what I mean? Never seen them act like this before. It's like they've got designs on the barrier. If we let these things pile up, there could be an explosion in Gorias too. We need to scatter them immediately. With a distraction, we might be able to bait them into moving. They're trying to collect its divine energy like Brelif. Thank you, because I did not even know why. I even realized that they were trying to do that in Brelif. Like, I completely forgot that. Don't worry, we'll beat them up really quickly. Why am I suddenly reminded of that one scene in Kingdom Hearts where I believe we're in Traverse Town and we beat a bunch of the Heartless, but that just... we beat them with, like a regular weapon, not the Keyblade. So all of the hearts just go back to Kingdom Hearts. Not to the right person. What's going on up there? Ah, I see, they're up there. I just saw Aine running up there. Let me at him! Let me at him! The barrier has sustained significant damage. They must be stopped at all costs. Hello, Bastion? I don't know. It might be Hollow Bastion. Kind of forgot. Where all the Final Fantasy characters are chilling. The wind spins round and round, and those things were trying to hurt them are all gone. Affirmative. The entities that disrupted the peace of them, of Gordias, have vanished. Threat level green. No hostile entities detected. Standing down. I love this design, by the way. It's really giving, like... what's the word? Iron Giant. Like... Lapira guy. I hate her portrait, lol. She's doing the pose here as a 3D model, too. Digging the design of that thing, right? I agree, Brony. Were they observing the battle? Evidently. They finally showed their precious faces. Why you gotta say it like that? Let's try talking with them again. We can't afford to miss this opportunity. What do you see, Delga? Show me what you see. A chill wind blows through the ruins of a bygone civilization bathed in twilight. Bathe, carry me through the fight, bathed in twilight. I actually like the pose though. I think it's kind of cute. I'd wear that animation. I do actually like the outfit too. It's very similar to Seraphic. Why is my face like this? Why is my face like that? That's not my face. Oh, now it's back to normal. What the? Now she's just squinting for no reason. Stop. Open your eyes. Open your eyes, girl. Oh, it's working now. Her look isn't my issue. The pose. I know what you mean, the pose. Those things. The things that are trying to ruin them. You got rid of all of them, right? So you actually weren't here to hurt the city? I'm sorry. I hope you understand. You showed up right when those things were going bad. And I really thought... I mean, it seemed like you had to be involved. You get it, right? What's throwing me off is that her portrait has smaller, like, smaller hands than here. So it's not really the right proportion, but it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. His eyes glowing the color of this scan the area steadily, as if searching for something in contrast to his massive, crude-looking form. His voice is musical and delicate, and echoes around the silent city as lonely and mournful as a trapped bird. The tender sprouts emerging from his body suggest that his dark, lonely nights have ended. Have ended? Conclusion. No such disturbance has occurred before within the bounds of Gordias. The situation is without precedent. Like, even her model isn't tilting her head. I see. Okay, yeah, I get it. I see it. I really like that outfit, though. I actually really like it. No, I also like the animation, too, but I actually want to wear this. I think this is really cute. I do, too, yeah. Defense response was, therefore, unacceptably delayed. Allow me to extend my thanks to our visitors. You guys are really strong. Now I can't stop looking at the head tilt too. You got rid of those weird pale things like bam, pow, gone. Kiria. What? Fonche and Kiria? That does not look anything like that. Kiria? Am I tripping? Is that what she said? Are you two okay? Affirmative. The intruders were unable to breach the barrier thanks to your intervention. We call those things divine beasts. You should be on the lookout for them. If any congregate, they can form larger monsters and even explosions. They're dangerous. We saw them heading for Gorias, so we followed. I'm glad we got to them before they can do any damage. Maybe if they made the inspired outfit based on the Gorias design, yes, they should. I want it. And low-key, I think Mabi needs to do more merch. Like real physical merch, because I would buy some of it. Now, I don't like all of the merch they do. Like recently they had like Rowan, like a lot of Rowan merch. And I don't really care about Rowan. If I'm being honest, I think her design is beautiful, but I don't like her enough as a character to buy her merch. But if you gave me more like generic things, like the Mabi knot, why can't I buy the Mabi knot? You know, like the logo? Or like some of these like symbols, you know what I mean? Like I feel like this would be really cute. And then like if you got like a metal one, because like the Mabi knot would probably be yarn or like rope. But like this could be metal and I feel like it would be very cute. Did they close the shop because of tariffs? No idea. Rowan isn't meant for the ladies. Yeah, like she's pretty and I like her, but she's not like my favorite, you know. And I did buy the Piran and Altem and Merlin stuff. And then Piran came with Marliad. So I ended up buying both of them. And then I bought some Now stuff. But like that was like the last thing that I bought. And then I just feel like a lot of it is not something that I would really care for. So I want them to do more stuff. I bought all the Art+Rig plushies. They're so cute. Personally, I'm like a keychain and like stand girly. So I have some stands. Like I have the Piran stuff. And then I have Altum as a stand. I would like some things that are not necessarily character based too. Or like things that are like, you know, like the rebirth potion. I would love to have a rebirth potion. Or like Brilith had their little potion too that was really pretty. Or like Dairin's perfume. Like I want that kind of thing too. Like that's just my personal opinion though. Yes. It's just like a random thing that I thought about, you know. That I was thinking about this for a few days now. Like I want more Mabi merch. We saw them heading for Gorias, so we followed. Okay. You really don't know anything about the Divine Beasts? They're the only reason we've come this far. A foam Saluna blade? That'd be crazy. Even if they sold, like even a small version, if they sold a life-size version, crazy. And I'm sure tons of people would buy it. But if they sold like a little, like, small one that could be on your keys, that'd be so cute. I'd buy that. Saluna blade letter opener. Ooh, somebody needs to put you on the team. You got ideas. I will buy that. You really don't. Okay, they're the only reason. Divine Beast? Negative. No records of creatures matching name or description found. Was anyone leading them here? This attack might not be a mere coincidence. Besides us, has anyone else been here? Someone else? Nuh-uh. We've been watching the gate ever since you showed up. There's been no change in the wind. External intervention. The possibility exists. However, there's insufficient data to draw a conclusion. Right, you need more info. Well, those divine beasts have been attacking our world for a good while now. We've been trying to find out why so we can stop them. And that search led us here. We saw them show up here. We obviously had to wonder why that would be. Analysis. The city is currently unstable. Your entrance too may be connected. I want to hug this guy. Like, I just want to hug him. I think he's so cute. I think he's charming. Irregularity. Divine beasts are still not understood. For what reason do they attack this place and the world outside the gate? Is it bad that I just NPC upgrade stones? LOL, I have so many in my bank. Oh, that you just sell the upgrade stones? I sell the upgrade stones. Or sometimes I just throw them away if I can't sell them. No, Liege, it would probably crush you. Well, we can't exactly help you there. Yeah, I saw them too. Like, I cannot. There's kind of garbage tier. Unless you buy them for, like, a specific reason. Like, oh, your staff is not one of those things that are worth, like, saving onto. Somebody will sell it for, like, 1,000 gold on the auction house. So you don't need to hold on to yours. And whenever you're ready, you can just buy it. We don't know the answer ourselves. At first, we thought their appearance and disappearance was more or less random, but recently, they've been acting like someone ordering them around. Seeking out targets, acting en masse, like there's someone sentient behind the whole thing. Perhaps. Inquiry. Using what method will you remove these divine beasts? Oh, well, we actually don't know that either. Using the chronicle weapons to pass down that upgrade, since you can repair those easier. Fair. I did not know that was a thing. Chronicle weapons to pass down that upgrade. I see what you're saying. To be fair, I don't even really upgrade anything. Unless it's like my big thing. Like, I think I've done the most for my Demolition Deep Glow. That's what I've done the most for. And then the Perseus staff, because I did the pizza. But I messed up. I messed up the upgrades. So that's fine. But I'm not using it anyway, so I'm not really that bothered by me messing it up. So the Celtic artifact shards and restore a chronicle weapon. That's a failed an upgrade that break the upgrade on the weapon. I see. I don't want to mislead you. We're still mostly in the dark ourselves. In Splatoon, which Squid Sister is your favorite? I don't know. I've never played Splatoon, but let me look it up. Squid Sisters. Splatoon. So I don't like the color green. So I know I have Marie on my island because Snuggy likes Marie. But personally, I prefer the color pink over the color green. So I would like the other one. So what's her name? Squid Sisters. Katie? Kaylee. I just looked it up. So I would prefer Kaylee over, but I don't know their personalities. So I can't really make like an educated decision. Pearly. Who's that? I don't want to mislead you. We're still mostly in the dark ourselves. But our best current theory is that the answer lies in the city of the gods. Kaylee like calamari. Kali? Oh, wait. Like Kala. Like calamari. Because it's a fish pun. I see. Cali. Like California. California girls were undeniable. I don't know the song. Cali. Good. Cali. Oh, so the sisters' names are Kali and Mari. Kali and Marie. I get it. That's actually really cute. I like it. I vote big man because big man. That's why we really need to look into this place some more. Would you be willing to help us? Deferred. Lacking evidence. Please provide proof of your intentions. Adelia. Fonche. You knew her, right? Yes, the wind from my old memories. Do you? I used to think I'd never find her. Let me look this up. Paley? Paley. What's Paley? Splatoon. Splatoon. Oh, is that Callie? Because when I look it up, it just brings me Callie. Is Callie and Paley the same person? Ooh. Oh no. In Splatoon 3, when she's in Alterna, she's green. I hate that. Like a greenish, no. But I like her in this like tentacle outpost outfit. This is a cute outfit. Inktopolis' first annual youth folk singing contest. For me, liking a character is largely because of their personality, though. Pearl and Marina. The purple one is Callie. Pearl and Marina. Images. Ooh, they're cute. Ooh, I like them both. I like Marina's outfit. I think it's pretty fire. But I like Pearl's too. It's kind of hard to find good pictures, low-key. A lot of these are like action poses, so it's kind of hard to see. Or like fan art. But I'm trying not to look at fan art because, you know, fan art is going to look gorgeous. I'm trying to look mainly for official art. Marina looks like she has a soft personality. I just like kind people and people who always want to do like good. You're your favorites, but you're biased. What's the bias? She was in hiding. I used to think I'd never find her. I didn't have any clues, barely even a memory. But apparently the answer was right here in Gorias all along. Adalia is my mother. Fonche's expression softened as soon as Adalia's name was mentioned. Talk to her. I only played Splatoon 2. I want to play Splatoon, especially how Snuggy, one of my friends, plays a lot of Splatoon. So I'm like, and they're good. They'll tell you they're not good. There's no technique. But when you watch their streams, they're out here like stomping people. I hear Raiders is good if you don't want the PvP. Oh, yeah. I'm not really that big into PvP personally. I'm largely, when I play games, it's mainly for the story. So, like, I'm there meeting the characters. I want to see what they're going through. I am bad at FPS. Same. Honestly. Oh, right. When I first saw you, I thought of Adalia. I like some shooters, but I don't like team games. I realized this as I got older, so I used to like team games far more when I was younger, but now I don't want people yelling at me. Like, I don't want to start fights. I don't want to... I don't want people to be like, oh, you're bad. You know what I mean? Like, let me be bad in peace. So I like playing single player mostly or completely with my friends. Yeah, so like if I have a team of like 10 people and we're all friends, I'm okay because they're not gonna yell at me. You know what I mean? Like, we're gonna have a good time whether we win or we lose. I'm a sensitive soul. I can't have people yelling at me. It doesn't work. But Master Duel is PvP. LOL, true. The worst you see is Splatoon is over here like 15 times. I don't mind about BMing. Largely, I don't care if you BM. Like, fine, that's fine. Like in DBD, like if the killer is gonna like teabag you or like the survivor is gonna teabag you, I'm okay with that. Like, or if you're gonna like jump over like pallets and stuff, I don't really care. It's the words you say to me after stream. Oh, you're so bad. Like, no, I'm bad. Leave me alone. Alright, when I first saw you, I thought of Adalia. The way the wind moves around you. It's so much like how it was with her. I thought it was a trick, but it's really the same, isn't it? So, how did you find her? How is she doing? Is she happy? Is it still hard to get her to talk? Oh, I'd yell at you. How hard is it to press the heal button? Yeah. Low-key, that happened to me one time when I was trying to play League with my friend. Because I always play with bots. When I'm playing League, I play with bots. Because I just cannot handle it. I cannot handle people yelling at me. And my friend was like, I promise I won't yell at you. And sometimes I mute everybody. So like if I'm in a team thing, I mute everybody and I stop all gestures, everything. I don't have it. And then one time my friend was like, please play with me. Please play with me. And I was like, okay. And then they were like, oh, I won't yell at you. So I muted everybody except for my friend. And then I hear them yelling at me. They're typing. I'm here panicking. I'm like, what? So I end up hanging the call up and muting my friend on, on League. We finished the game. I don't even remember if we won or not. But I was just getting stressed from them telling me, buy this, buy that, buy this. Attack them. Why didn't you attack them? I ended up just muting them so I could play by myself. I'm like that in Overwatch, but I'm an addict, so I'm stuck playing Overwatch anyway. Oh. Hey, aw, thank you so much for coming in, Voodoo. It's lovely to see you. You're a cutie. Oh, well, about that. Declan watches Aine flounder for only a moment or two before he jumps in with a look of concern. Sorry to bring sad news, but in our world, everyone thinks Adalia died long, long ago. I'm currently playing Persona 5 Royals. Ayy! I actually haven't played any Persona game except for like Persona 5 or Persona 10X or something, whatever the gacha game was. Long enough ago that it's hard to imagine she's still out there somewhere. So yeah, real sorry about your friend. That's crazy. How are you gonna say real sorry about your friend? Like, it just seems like a very casual way to like bring extremely bad news. Figure you might have a hard time talking about it, Aine, but I hope I didn't interrupt. No, I appreciate it. Oh, Adalia. I always hoped she'd come back, but I guess the wind never blew her out our way. It feels really absurd that, and I didn't mention this earlier because I was gonna let it go, but ever since we got the title Wind, they've been mentioning wind a lot. Like, a lot. Like, all the time. Like, what do you mean? This is the first place I ever found anything of my mom's. And if it's not here, I don't know if there's any chance for me to learn more. Next to the threat of Divine Beast, it might sound like such a petty personal issue. But I wanted you to know just how much this means to me. Assessing. Please wait. I think it would be nice to remember her. Kiria. So it is Kiria, because she said it too. Kiria is crazy, because that doesn't even look like Kiria. I want to help them. Assessment incomplete. Please wait. After hearing Aine and Fonche, Kiria goes perfectly still. Something about his stance seems distant, as if he's lost in thought. Okay, but do you know what time it is? Do you know what time is it? Do you know what time is it? Do you know what time? Do you know what time? Do you know what time is it? Woo! Alpaca VT is actually playing Mabi right now. Yes. Let's go ahead and do Alpaca VT, who's the only person playing Mabi right now. At least the only person I know. It's time to duel. But, oh. Thank you so much for coming, everyone. Didn't realize it was this late. Yeah, me too. I had a great time. And I'm glad that the story is actually moving. I was a little bit concerned at first, but this wasn't bad. And the quest that we did at the beginning wasn't that long. So I think I just needed a moment. But thank you so much for coming, everyone. Have a good night or morning. See you guys next time. Love you guys and stay sweet. Love you guys. Bye.